Hello and welcome to another episode of Vessel and Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Kim Charlson, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking all about your big, bold vision for 2026 and helping you renew your intentions for this year. So let's get into it. By this point in January, a lot of us have already started to kind of get back into the same old habits and same routines that we were in last year. And we kind of have already started to maybe abandon the things of what we set out to do for 2026. It's really difficult to maintain intentions to live a new way. I have done it so many times myself, and there's a lot of research out there that says that even the best intentions for a new year tend to start to fall away as we get in towards January. And those who do make it quite a while usually only make it to March. So, this week's episode, Monty is offering us a very different perspective on how we can make sure that we maintain our intentions for the rest of this year of who we want to be and what we're working towards. But it's a little different than any advice you've probably received before because so much of it is very results oriented and focused on the external world. And what Monty offers today is a different version of a big, bold vision for who you want to be. Now, when it comes to implementing what Monty has to share, it can be a bit confusing. So, what I'd like you to do is just open up to this message, open up to receiving what Monty has to share, and then we will get into how you can actually begin to implement this. So, for the first time that you're listening through this, make sure to just let go of any of the questions of, okay, Monty, but how? Because it's just about absorbing the information first, and then we'll talk about how to actually use it at the end of this episode. Let's hear from Monty. 2026 is a year of bold new visions, of bold ideas of who you get to be in the world. You have shed the identities of who you were and stepped into a deeper understanding of your own energy. This is the cycle that humanity is going through in this moment, of understanding what they are not, while still recalibrating to who they are now, of understanding a deeper way of living in alignment with their true essence. And with this requires a big, bold idea, a big energy to come in and to seat inside of yourself to allow you to manifest this new, bold reality. So we would offer an exercise for you today to round out this first month of this new year, to ensure that you do not leave behind the things that you have come to realize, and to give yourself a bold vision for the year going forward. Allow yourself to take a quiet moment in contemplation by yourself and to note down in whatever fashion you see fit the biggest, boldest, most outrageous version of yourself possible. And what we mean by this is not the results of your state of being. No, it is not what you own, what you possess, what you are doing. It is not the things that are results. What we want you to do is to write down the ways that you are going to boldly express this new identity of who you are into the world, not by results of what you gain by expressing, but rather what you are going to create, what is coming out of you as a result of your state of being, rather than a result of what is given to you in return for that state of being. What we mean by this is, what is it that you wish to bring into the world this year? What is it that you wish to create yourself for yourself this year without regard to what others may need or want or desire? What is it that you have inside of yourself that must be externalized? What is it that you cannot resist bringing into the world, even if it serves no purpose, if it helps no one and no one ever sees it but you? What is that thing that you have an insatiable energy to make manifest? Now, it is not what you want externally. It is not a new job or more money or a car or a new place to live or a new relationship. All of those things are external proof of the way that you are being. No, what we mean is, what do you wish to express out of yourself this year? What is the thing that you can no longer hold within that must be outside of you? That knowingness that you have inside that you need to get out. Now, what we want you to do when you are creating this bold vision is to allow yourself to connect with your pure essence of your energy, to let go of those human wants and desires that you are often so connected to. To do this, when you sit down ready to take this exercise to express this, we want you to envision an area right above your heart, that there is an energy there, a ball of energy, a connection of this space. This is your soul seat, the area that you can most tune into to connect with your pure essence of your energy. Allow yourself to enter into this energy. Visualize, if you may, this ball of energy just above your heart and your chest, and imagine that you are entering into this energy. Or just know that you are expanding this energy out fully around you to encompass all of you. And once you are in this expanded state of energy, that is when you will tune in to the big, bold vision that you have for what it is that needs to be externalized this year. Write it down, draw it, sing it, however it needs to come out. It does not matter. And what we want you to do is to write this down, to create it externally in some way that you can serve it to yourself as a reminder. Tape it to your desk, add it to your phone lock screen. Do whatever it is that is necessary for you to have constant reminders of this big, bold vision of what needs to be expressed. Know that that is the only thing that you need to work towards this year. Everything else will take care of itself. And we say that with deep certainty, that when you allow yourself to focus on this big, bold vision that you have, that you need to express into the world, the work that you must do internally to make that possible will result in all the things that you desire. It will also result in a shift of your environment. Things will fall away. There will be friendships and relationships or even jobs that fall by the wayside that are no longer necessary for you because you are coming into that big, bold vision. And with that comes a certain amount of fear. But that big, bold vision that you have for your future, for what must be expressed, will carry you forward as long as you hold it closely. We send you great love in this endeavor. That is all. Okay, I don't know about you, but when I first heard this, when I listened back to it after recording the channeled section, I thought to myself, okay, Monty, that's great, but I don't know how to implement that. Because when I set my intentions for a year, I usually think of things like, oh, this year I really want to write a book with Monty. That's one of the things that I really want to do this year. And I do have this really deep desire to do that. However, Monty clarified when I asked him, okay, what are some examples that we could give? That is not what they mean. What Monty really wants us to focus on is not the results, not the thing that we're creating, not the result of us having this big, bold vision, such as having a finished book in our hand or having a successful business or a new car, new career, any of those things. Rather, it's the energy that we are that really needs to be expressed, what that energy is that's inside of ourselves. And when I asked Monty to really demonstrate this to me, It was very different than what I thought it would be. So one of the big goals that I have for this year with Monty is that we write a book, that we really take a lot of the teachings, put them into a more formalized way together and really channel together a step-by-step process because we have so much content, so much information. We have the membership. It can be kind of confusing to put it all together. So that was one of the things I really want to do for this year is sit down with Monty, channel a book together. And we'll see whether or not that happens. When then Monty was really asking me to contemplate this big, bold vision, I then tuned into this space of this energy, and the energy that wants to be expressed is absolutely nothing like that whatsoever. It is this extremely vibrant, vivacious energy that I do not express in any way in my life, really, at all. And I found it very surprising of this is the energy that wants to be expressed in me right now. It is this really vivacious, moving energy that feels kind of like a dance to me. It is not sitting down and doing devout channeling work with Monty to produce a book. It is not the organization energy of putting everything and all the pieces together. It's not the surrender energy to make sure I'm really out of the way so Monty can come through clearly. No, it is an entirely different energy that is big, that is bold, that is vivacious, that wants to move, that wants to be expressed and felt, that has absolutely no form or mode of expression in my life right now. And it was really funny and interesting to tune into this and say, oh, okay, that's not what I thought it was going to be at all. At all. And I can see how this piece is really missing from my life of this. That is my big, bold vision for this year. All of the things that I have intended and planned, none of them are really making sure that that big, bold, vibrant energy that needs to be expressed within myself is coming out. And that is my version of my big, bold, vibrant energy. Maybe it's very different for you. And in fact, I know it is because we're all so unique that maybe that vibrant energy that I have within myself that has this sort of orangey pink tone to it is very warm, very vivacious, is nothing like yours. That mine is bold in that way. Mine is ready to be expressed in that way. Maybe yours looks completely and entirely different. It could be a polar opposite even. So as you're tuning into this energy, as you are starting to formulate what this energy feels like, really allow yourself to let go of any thought processes about what it should look like, what it should be, because I have a feeling that you will find, just like I did, that the intentions that you set are so results-based that you are missing out on the energy that truly is the thing that will carry you forward this year. And I really urge you to remember in episode number 43, which was our overview of what 2026 is all going to be about. It's the year of self-love and self-acceptance, that for us to express this big, bold energy that we have within ourselves, we have to love it. So for me, it's completely unexpected. I didn't even know that I had this part of myself that wants to be expressed. So I need to learn to accept it first, to love that, to do the internal work first before then I try to bring that bold vision out to life, because I know it is very at odds with how I express myself in many ways already, and it will make some people kind of go, get some unexpected and unanticipated responses that I may decide, oh, I don't know that I want to really express this big, bold energy because it's not getting the response I want, because we have a tendency to be focused on results. So instead, what we want to make sure is we're really tuning into this big, bold energy is first developing that relationship with it, especially if it's something that's really unexpected for you, like it has been for me. I hope this episode has helped you tune into that big, bold energy that wants to be expressed inside of you that maybe feels really out of left field. I hope that maybe it's helped you come to terms with that there maybe some things that you're missing out on this year, and that it's not all about results, but about how we feel and what we really want to express into the world. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you in the next episode.